Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back. Appreciate you coming back to the channel and watching more of our playthrough of Dungeon Degenerates, The Hand of Doom, where we are playing the scenario out of the Mean Streets expansion. This is a new scenario that allows you to start the campaign in a different way, and that is called The Deadly Smell of Disease. We are trying to make sure that the land does not become further plague-ridden, and we're also going to try and stop these big baddies from taking over the land. There's the Plague Knight and the Famine Knight. If they get to their destined locations, they're going to give us more trouble. And as you know, we're playing the unlicensed surgeon, Dr. Oz, the alley cat. Her name is Sue. She's a lycanthrope, a little were-cat, and the dishonored knight, Carl. And we left the last bit in a bit of a cliffhanger. So we'll see how this turn goes, because we're going to have to make some pretty crazy things happen for all this to go well for us. And I think we're just going to get that started right now. Now, I did have one thing. I actually have a luck back for Alley Cat Sue because I forgot a rule where you can use your power die if you're defending to at least reduce the damage from one person. I made I used a luck and re-rolled a die and ended up with the same result, so I could have done that. Anyway, that's where we're at, and I also just want to remind you that this is going to be an extended campaign. There are spoilers in this, and it is an adult-themed game. Not that it's overly adult, just want to say that. So, anyway, guys, here we are with our three characters, Dr. Oz, Carl, and Alley Cat Sue, and we're going to get started with our next turn right now. Now we have a problem. You see, Carl is on the brink of death. He's got no wounds right now, and we're going to have to make a roll for him. We are going to have to do a rest action in a bold stance this turn to do a couple of things. The first of which is going to be to do recovery. Of course, we always do that, and to do that we have to make a morale roll. Well, good thing is that Carl has a very, very high morale, and we need to recover some health because all of us are hurt. All the characters are hurt. Now, Dr. Oz is not hurt very bad, only having 4 damage on her, but Alley Cat Sue has 8, and of course, Carl, the Dishonored Knight, who normally has 16, has 16. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So let's make the roll. Oh, you know what? I forgot to discard this. This was our thing for the last one, and we're supposed to reshuffle the danger deck, so I need to get the other danger cards that we've already done and reshuffle them back into the deck. I'm going to do that while I'm talking. We'll get right back to it, but we're going to go right back to the roll for Carl. They're going to take a rest action at the graveyard, and while they're there, they're going to investigate the area, and Carl is going to try and recover. There's not much else we can do there. While it does say there's a settlement location there, it is safe. Well, it's not necessarily safe. It's inside. It does not have the ability, like we can't buy things there. There's no actual settlement space in there. That looks like a flag when you see that. Yeah, it's kind of like a square flag. It marks a settlement. We do not have one of those there. So let's go see if we can save Carl. I hope so. That'd be very bad for us if we don't. Okay, again, Carl has a 9. 9 morale on 2 dice. Pretty good chance, and we succeed. So how does this work? Well, when we go to that part where we're going to heal, we've rested, we recover, we're going to remove some damage, and that is based on, I need to refresh my memory. I always do this, guys. I can never remember the exact rules on these things, so I have to pop back in and look at them. Now, really, it's not that difficult, and you do flip through the book a little bit, but not enough to really bother anybody. I think it's great. It's the way it works. Okay, recover. Okay, whether you pass or fail your recovery. Okay, we don't worry about statuses. If you pass, recover wounds equal to your current morale. So that's 9, right? So basically, except with the exception of Dr. Oz, because she has a token on her. She goes, I am not going to recover fully. That's terrible for me. Because she has a morale of 8, she's going to actually recover 7, but she only had 4 points of damage, so she is perfectly healthy. Alley Cat Sue has a morale of 6, so she's still going to have some damage on her. She has 8 damage right now, so she will still have 2 points of damage on her. And then last but not least, Carl will recover 9, but that's not really that fantastic for him. He's still going to have 7 points of damage on him. But it's better than nothing, and he's back alive, and hopefully that doesn't happen to him twice. We're going to have to really try to make sure it doesn't. So, we still have a fairly damaged Carl. Now, that being said, we've done the rest action. Now we went into a bold rest action, so there's a number of things we can do. And now when you're playing the game, you just mark these tokens on every player in the party, and that parties can't split stances, and we're all one party right now. So we know we're in a bold stance. And the reason we want to do that is because we need to explore the graveyard, which is where they're at now, right here. And that's what's going to happen next, because this rest action was our map action. And remember, we do three things. We do the map action, we do the danger phase, and the encounter phase. We're doing the map action right now. And as you can see, we took the map action of rest, and here are the subcategories under rest. So we recovered. That's something you always do. And you remove any statuses, too. I forgot about that, because I forgot Dr. Oz was present, has 1-1 constitution. And Alikatsu, I can never figure out what voice I would want for her. She was fatigued. And then last but not least, to say all negative statuses, I don't know, because Carl was blessed. I think that will be gone too, but I'll double check that. Carl says, I don't want to be blessed. It was not good for me. Anyway, let's explore this. So the first thing that happens is we're going to flip this token over. It's a 4. We're getting all the high numbers, and for some reason they seem to be bad. Anyway, let's get the book out. So we don't get to automatically explore. What am I thinking? We have to make a perception test with Alikatsu. She's got the highest perception, so we're going to give that a try. She's got an 8. Alikatsu has got to make a perception roll, a 2. Couldn't get much better than that, right? So we did actually make it. We are going to discover that token. Again, that is a 4. And I'm going to put a discovery token as well, a explored token, which looks like this, on the graveyard. That means it's faster to travel too, which is okay, but we haven't really had to pay attention to that too much. Now let's see what happens with a 4 on this adventure. So 4, Children of the Vermin Queen. Okay, this can't be good. Is there anything good in here? We need something good. Now the thing is, we still have to explore one more down here. I hope it's something worthwhile, because we also have to fight the Famine Knight down there, or Plague Knight, or whichever one it is. So this is 4, Children of the Vermin God. Wherever they go, disease follows them, carried in the fur by fleas and mites. Okay, the children of the Vermin Queen have defiled, looks like put a plague token, and have defile and vector. If you destroy them, remove clue 4 and 1 plague token from your space. Well, there is no plague token on my space yet. There might be. If you feed them, you may discard or remove a counter from cleansing elixir, medicine, snake oil, or vial of poison. We don't have any of those, unfortunately. And to remove the clue 4 and 1 plague token from your space. If you do not have either, okay. The children of the Vermin Queen have defile. Okay, I gotta look up defile. Let's see what that says. Defile. When this monster escapes or wins a fight, place a counter with the corresponding icon in its space. Okay, it shows it says, for example, a monster with defile mushrooms, but this is plague. And then the other one is going to be vector. So vector, what does vector do? Vector. The first time you receive 1 or more wounds from this monster, make a contest and gain a plague counter if you fail. Okay, so we want to make sure we don't get any wounds. But where are these critters? It says if you do not have either destroy the children of the Vermin Queen or feed them one of the items listed above. Search the Doom deck, deck and discards for the Vermin Plague card and resolve it. So if you do not either destroy the children of the vermin, and how do we destroy them? Let me think about this, guys. I have it here, guys. It's right here. Children of the Vermin Queen. Encounter, swarm, vermin. It says, dozens of inhuman eyes watch you, gleaming like rubies in the shadows. The party may feed or fight these vermin spies. Feed, and we saw that. One adventurer on this space may discard a food. Well, we don't have that, but we saw that what we needed to do to feed them. Increase the danger level in your space unless unless an adventurer in this space also discards a vial of poison. No. So we can attack them. They have an attack 4. They affect everybody. They have 5 health, have an experience value of 1, and the skirmish ability, but these ones also have vector. And the other one that I told you about, vector and defile. And let me see, skirmish. What does skirmish do? Skirmish. If the monster is still alive at the end of the combat round and the danger level in the space is less than 6, increase the danger level. Ouch! Ouchie, ouchie. So that's the symbol on there shows, it says attack for all. I gotta look up what that, exactly how that works. Haven't encountered that before. We're gonna see what that does, and I'll be right back. See if I can figure that one out. Okay, so I had to go back and figure that out. It's just one monster, but it attacks during each of the player's turns. So, of course, first up is going to be our unlicensed surgeon. Now, I'm really have to watch these special abilities because if it survives the round, it's going to do some bad stuff. So I got to pay attention to that. Like, for example, the skirmish attack says that this monster is still alive at the end of a combat round. Well, see, yeah. That's where I'm getting confused. If it survives the end of the combat round, so combat round means all characters. So I guess all the characters get to fight it. That means that it's not likely to be around during the full combat round. But if you look at the player reference sheet, a full combat round looks like so. Established targets, arrival abilities. Okay, adventurers take turns in perception order. So they all get to do this fight part first. But they all also are being attacked at the same for everyone. So for example, if our surgeon does not kill, it will continue to attack. And then it's also got this defile ability. When this monster escapes or wins a fight, it won't. Not likely. But the vector thing, the first time you receive one or more wounds from this monster, make a contest, or gain a plague token, that will have an effect. So let's do this. The first one is going to be our unlicensed surgeon, who's going to attack the vermin queen, with her surgery saw. She goes, "Oh, darling, I'm going to be attacked by all these rats. They're nasty and gross. I think I need to kill them all." So she's going to do that. She's going to kill them all. Well, probably not, but we're going to give it a try. So let's see. She is going to be in. She might as well go aggressive, right? We're going to do an assault stance. We're going to do as much damage as possible. We might take some damage, but that's okay because we want to kill this thing. Now there's no armor on it, right? No armor. So let's just do this. Well, we did succeed in defense. We were going to stop a whopping 2. We also did do an attack, but the most damage we did was 3, even with the die. So that means that we're going to put a 1 on it because there's 1 point left. Now, is it going to wound the unlicensed surgeon? I do believe it will. And the reason I say that is because we did 2. 3 total. We rolled a 3, and the biggest, our largest die is a 2. It attacks with what? It has an attack of 4. So we're actually going to suffer 2 points of damage because we can only stop 2 points. That means that the good doctor has suffered another plague token and is going to be at 2 points of damage. I actually have to make a con roll. So the doctor's con is a 7. Let us hope that the doctor can make a con roll. Come on, a 2. God, we're just those dice suck. But at this moment in time, that was helpful. So we do not take a plague token from that. That's good because the doctor already has one. And then we're going on to Alley Cat Sue, who's going to attack it next. She's going to use her claws. Now she's going to be an aggressive stance as well. We would ignore armor, but I don't think that matters. And we're just going to try and do this thing in. Let's do that. We've got our dice here. Come on, Alley Cat. Well, we did actually hit for 3 more, so we're going to kill it. That means Alley Cat Sue is going to get the 1 experience. I'm just going to give that to her now. She's at 9 experience. We should probably do something with that, but we are not in a place to do anything with it right now anyway. And let's see. It looks like she took a wound as well. That puts her up to... she's going to take 1 wound. That puts her up to a 3, and we're going to have to make a Constitution check for her as well. Now, her Constitution is a 7. A 2 again. Man, that is 3 2s in a row, guys, or something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. I hope I'm getting it out of those dice now because I need them later. But for this purpose, this was good. She did not get the plague. So we have resolved this. I'm going to toss this aside for a moment and see what that does for us when we resolve that card, because we did succeed in killing the rat. So, oh, by the way, I do get to roll 1 die. Maybe I'll roll a 1 again because that's what I need to roll. The Vermin Queen had 1 experience, so I could get loot. I did not. Okay, so no loot for that. Didn't expect it, but that's okay. And then, so it says if you do not... Okay, well, we did. So I guess if you succeed, if the children of the Vermin Queen have... Okay, they have defiled, blah, 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 blah. If you destroy them, remove the clue and 1 plague token from your space. Well, there aren't any, so we just remove the clue. And we have done that. We have removed the 4. We only got low numbers now. And that was the end of the round for us. So we're going to get on with something bad, which is our our next phase. So that will take us to, see, just double checking all my stuff here. We have completed our map action phase. There's really nothing else that we can do. Well, let me see. In camp, I could use I could discard the flagon. Make a contest. If you pass, you recover a wound. If you fail, become fatigued. I might as well do that with Carl because his con is a 9. He could get 1 more wound back. That would be pretty awesome. So he's going to take a swig from his flagon. It doesn't destroy the flagon. It doesn't say discard. Oh, it says discard this card and make a contest. Either way, I discard this card. Well, we're going to do it. Not a very good loot item, but we're going to do that. Discard the card, make a contest. We did. We get 1 wound back. So Carl took a swig of ale. He didn't get drunk from it, but it did give him, it bolstered him up a little bit, and he got some more health back. That is going to end the map action. Now we're going to go and draw our danger card. Here we are with our danger cards. Now I've shuffled the heck out of them because I had to shuffle the deck again. So let's see what we get. I thought I got this one already. Tower Island. Let me look. I did. Maybe I didn't shuffle. Maybe I just threw them on top. I'm going to give them a quick shuffle, guys. I might have just thrown those cards on top after I shuffled, which would be silly, but because we literally drew that card before, and that would be highly unlikely. So just to do it right, we're going to do that and cut them. What do we get? Oh man, this is not great for us. Cults of Death practice necromantic rites and dead things hunt the living who dare enter the catacombs. Well, the catacombs are right near us in the lowlands. It's a 5. I think we're at a 5. Yeah, we are. So I think we're going to have an epic monster encounter. Oh my gosh. Oh lordy. All right, and an encounter. All right. Well, this is going to be quite a turn for us. But first things first. Let's go to the catacombs and raise the danger level here from 5 to That's why I said we were definitely going to have an encounter here because we just raised it to a. Let me try and find a 6 here. There we go. Raise this to a 6. Danger level of 6. And now we're going to have to deal with some epic monsters. Plus, I don't want to forget this. This is a blue card. It's the first encounter we drew this turn. And so on our Plague and Famine, it says during the mission, when the first party draws a blue danger card, move the Plague Knight 2 spaces. Well, this sucks. Now, if the Plague Knight runs into people, what happens? Let me just look. When he enters the location, place a plague counter there. Okay, it says party draws a blue danger card. Okay. When the party draws... neither monster... Okay. If either knight moves into a space with a party, they will stop there. When you are in the space with the monster counter, you must fight this turn regardless of your danger card's value, treating epic monster icons as one standard monster, ignoring... Okay, so we got some rules to do here. Let me just read through this, make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. We're not going to get this encounter. We're not going to encounter an epic monster, but we are going to encounter 2 more regular monsters along with the Plague Knight. And here is the Plague Knight. He's pretty nasty, guys. He's going to go fight the one with the lowest con. That is going to be... well, it's a tie between our Surgeon and Alley Katsu, so we'll determine where we put that in a moment. It's got attack of 5. It's got the rally ability. It has Plague next to it, so we'll have to see. And it's got Defile and Vector as well. It's got 2 armor and 6 health, so he's pretty nasty. And we're going to draw 2 more lowland monsters to be fighting with him. But I want to see what Rally does. I just want to remind myself. Rally cannot be a good thing, obviously, right? Let's see. Rally. Is Rally new? Rally's new. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. Trying to find the Rally ability. Oh, it's an arrival ability. Rally. If no icons are listed, there is. Draw a card from the monster deck and add it to the fight. Establish this new monster's target and resolve each of its... If icons are listed, draw a card from the indicated decks. Pink indicates a law deck. A monster that entered the fight to the Rally. Well, there's no Plague deck. It's got the Plague symbol. Rally with a Plague symbol. I guess it means... I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look at this again. I'm having all kinds of crazy rule stuff come up this turn. Okay, so here's the thing. In the rules for the Plague Knight moving, it says when he enters a location to put down a Plague token. Now, on the Rally ability, it means he would draw a monster from that icon. So I guess in this particular scenario, let's just play this out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to make it harder on myself anyway. When he arrived there, he would have dropped a plague token. Now, he would have moved 2 spaces and dropped 2, but he's stopping there because of the player. So I think he drops a plague token. Seems to make sense to me, which means instead of fighting him and 2 other monsters, if I'm not mistaken on how this works, I would fight him and 3 other monsters. So I think that's the way it's going to go. Now, we know that he attacks person with the lowest con. We have 2 people with the same constitution. I think we're going to have this go to Alley Cat Sue, because Alley Cat Sue has the net. We could do something there. Then we're going to draw another one. A Grave Robber is hanging out with the Plague Knight. It's got the skirmish ability. We'll have to try and kill him fast because that's bad. The Plague Knight also has Defile and Vector, so we got to really take him down fast. He's going to attack the one with the lowest morale. That will be, oh no, Alley Cat Sue. That was not a good play there. Second one's going to be a Feral Scratcher. He's Dimwit and Onslaught. Dimwit's kind of a weird ability, but it's cool. And he is going to attack the one with the highest magic. That will be a tie between Alley Cat Sue and the Doctor, the good Doctor. So the Doctor will get that creature. And now we have a Rat Skink. It's a horde and vermin. We got to look at that. I think we're okay there. I don't have any other vermin in the group. No, I do not. So it's going to attack the one with the highest agility. That is a tie as well. I guess I'll give them both to the Doctor. Give those to the Doctor. That means there are 4 monsters on the board. As far as I can tell, that would be the right thing to do. I'm a bit nervous about how that works, but I think that's right. And there's, of course, a plague token in our space. So we have a lot of things to fight here, and we're going to start with the good Doctor. Now, I think the Doctor, because I didn't expect it to be fighting 2 monsters, is going to be in defensive stance. So we're going to go into guard mode and have that battle against these 2 monsters with this. Now, I do have the chicken scratch feed. I don't think that does anything good. Goblins and vermin. Oh! Goblins and vermin with XP value of 1. That is the Rat Skink or less. In your space cannot attack until your next turn, then discard this card. We're going to use this as a quick action. So, whoop, we did that. I'm going to think about that for just make sure I want to do that, but I think I will to avoid some damage. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to burn the chicken feed. It just says we use it as a quick action. It doesn't say I discard this card. Goblin with a vermin of XP or 1, we got that, or less in your space cannot attack until your next turn. So we're going to put that with the skink. And then I think what we'll do is we'll attack. Yeah, we're going to try and attack the feral. Yeah, the feral scratcher. It's not actually weaker than the vermin. The vermin's got 1 armor. So let's attack the rat skink with the surger. Well, we're going to not avoid the armor with that. Oh, man, we could even. It's got filth too. So maybe I go in a bold stance because it's got filth. It's not going to attack, so we're going to do that. We're going to go in a assault stance rather. And we're going to attack this thing like crazy and see if we can kill it. So the good Doctor says, "Oh, you stinking rat, here's some chicken feed. Eat it up. I won't let you attack me. Just to run away before I kill you with my surgery saw." I don't know, I'm vacillating between some weird German person and what's his name, the actor? I don't remember what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is going to be our attack roll. Let's see what we get. All right, well, we've got Dennis Hopper. So I was thinking, or not Dennis Hopper. Nope, that's not who I was thinking of. But anyway, I think you get the idea. All right, well, here's some good news. And good news. We attacked with a 4, 5, 6, 7. That was a success because this is an agility item. So we succeeded in our attack. We're going to do 4 damage, and we're going to avoid the armor. So that's going to be enough to kill the skank. And it didn't get to attack back. That was effective. Plus, we also were able to defend. We get to use our highest die. It's a 3. Now, so the attack value of the Feral Scratcher is a 3. So we killed the rat skanker. Boom. Actually, I don't know if the attack is true. That may not be true for the Feral Scratcher. I need to roll that. Let's roll this. It rolled a 6. Okay. Well, his attack value is a 6. So we actually are going to take some damage there. And I was in defensive stance, I think. No, I went on assault, didn't I? Yeah. So we're going to take 3 points of damage. Unfortunately, that puts the Doctor up to 5 hits, but we did kill the rat skink and it did not attack back, so we're going to discard that for right now. Actually, that is going in a pile for her to get some experience. And then we lose that loot and the chicken feed. Those are really kind of wimpy items. I got that flagon in the chicken feed, but they proved okay in this case. And that puts the Feral Scratcher. Feral Scratcher has no damage. That's going to go back to the doctor. And then we're going to go to the really bad one. The surgical saw comes back. We're going to go back to this one. Now, I do believe that as a quick action, we're going to jump into our lycanthropy form. So we need this. Quick action, place a wound counter on this card or remove a wound counter from it. Remove all counters from this card at the end of the fight or if you become defeated, stunned, or suppressed. Okay, if there are, now we're going to take a wound. It says if there are counters on this card, you take one wound at the end of your turn each round. You cannot use, okay, well, that's kind of not great, but I'm going to do it, guys. I'm taking a wound counter because I want the +1 agility and perception. I don't know what the +1 perception is going to do. Now, it says at the end of your turn, take a wound. So our turn is not a combat round, right? So this will last the entire combat. If there are, it says remove all counters from this card at the end of the fight, or if you become defeated. I think I'm not going to do it. I don't want to take damage. I think I'm just going to do and again, I'm not worried about blocking armor right now. I'm worried about kind of defending myself. We're going to attack the Grave Robber, I believe. Yeah, that makes some sense. Grave Robber has Skirmish. We got Defile and Vector on these two. Now, he does 5 attack, he does 3 attack. So hopefully we roll really well on our defense dice. Let's see if we succeed, how well we do. Okay, that was bad. Well, no, actually, it's okay. No, our agility's an 8. If I had only spent the points. Anyway, 6, 7, 8, 9. We missed on all fronts. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I should have done the stupid hunting net. I haven't used it yet. I should have done it. But I didn't. So, we're going to be in a world of hurt. I have to do something to solve this problem. Now, it's very likely I'm going to spend one of her luck to re-roll. So that puts her down to 2 luck. I'm going to re-roll this 4 on the defense. I want to defend a 3. That perfect because that makes us block 5 points of damage. We won't take as much damage. Now, the question is, do I spend another luck to try and make sure I hit? I think not. I think we're going to leave it alone. We're going to take 3 points of damage from the attack. Wait, I can block 5, right? But I can only block because I wasn't in defense. I was in guard mode. Yeah, I was in guard mode, and I succeeded. So I take 5 from both attacks, right? It's something that you got to remember that. So, again, I was in guard mode. If I pass, reduce the damage from each monster targeting you by the highest single die, which is a 5. So I took no damage. That is good. No damage. And I gotta look up Vector. Oh, that's right. And Defile. Defile is what? Defile. When this monster escapes or wins a fight. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. So I stopped from taking any damage, but I didn't do any damage to either of those things. At least I didn't get killed. Okay, now we got Carl. Now, Carl has something cool he can do. He can provoke. If you are not being targeted this round, attach this card to a monster in your space. Okay? It says, place this card on the monster's card. The attached monster must target you during the established target steps. Now, we're already not in that phase, but return this card to your hand at the end of the fight, at the end of a round, if the attached monster is removed from the fight or provoked. But I thought this gave us something else. I guess not. And I haven't upgraded it yet because it was too expensive. No, 6 experience. I thought I would upgrade it, but I didn't. I have enough. I could. I thought it did something cool for us, though. I thought it gave him a bonus. It's on. Oh, I know. Okay, I think it's on here. Is it on here? You may. Nope. Doesn't matter. We're going to provoke the Plague Knight over to Carl. So Carl's going to provoke him. Now that doesn't do anything right this minute. It says. If you are being targeted this round, not being targeted, attach this card to a monster. In your space, place this card on the monster's card. Yeah, the attached monster must target you during the established. Okay, so we know that he is going to move on that next turn to Carl. They're not doing that this turn, so we're going to go all out assault with the poleaxe on the Plague Bearer and the Grave Robber. We're going to attack them. We're going to try and attack the Plague Bearer. Now, because I'm doing an assault, I get to add a power die. We'll see if that helps us or not. This thing's going to be a little hard to kill. It's okay. All right, let's see what happens here. All right. Now, we're going to have some things that are going to live through this round, but that's okay. So we did succeed, actually, quite well on the attack roll. We failed miserably on our defense roll. Question is, do I spend? I have a luck. I'm probably going to spend it. I don't want to take that much damage. And we're going to absolutely blast this thing with 6 points. Let's spend that luck. I'm going to re-roll this 6. I just want to roll low enough. Oh, he's not taking... What am I doing? He's not doing that. He doesn't take any damage. Door. Okay, anyway, because there's nobody attacking him. So he rolled 6 points, and we're going to do... That means we're going to do 4 points to the Plague Knight, which means it's got 2 hits left. Why does it have 2 hits left? Because it has armor of 2. This does not avoid armor, it just gave us the extra power die, which paid off because we rolled a 6. So, here's what he looks like this turn. He's got 2 health on him. He's got the provoke card, and he is wounded. But I got to check to see what he does now. He's not surviving the fight, or he didn't win the fight or do anything yet, but the Vector, he hasn't done anybody any damage either, so that's okay. Let's go through and make sure none of these abilities... I think Skirmish has an effect at the end of the round, right? Which could be really bad for us. If the monster is still alive at the end of a combat round, and the danger level in the space is less than 6, okay, it is. It's 5. Increase the danger level. Then remove all counters from this monster. Remove all counters from this monster and shuffle it back into the deck. What? Oh, it's going to skirmish. It's running away. It's increasing the danger level to 6 and running away. I guess that's okay. So here we go. That is the... So it bumped the graveyard up to 6. We got 2 6s on the board. That's really rough. And then it's going to run away. Run away! It's going to shuffle back into the monster deck is what it says. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm glad we attacked the Plague Knight, because that would have been really terrible, wouldn't it? All right, but we are going to go into... that's the end of that combat round. So, let's see. Next, we're going back to end step, resolve it. Yeah, we did that. Okay. Now we're going to go back to establish targets. Well, we know that the Plague Knight is going to come down to Carl. This actually worked out pretty well, because now we're going to get 2 attacks on this thing before it attacks Carl. That's pretty good. Well, at least 1 from Alley Cat Sue. Okay, and it says, return this card to your hand at the end of the fight or at the end of a round if attached to a monster. So we'll wait till the end of the round. The Plague Knight has only 2 hits. See, he's right there. He's not doing so well. He's attacking Carl. Now, first off, obviously, we're going to go with our unlicensed surgeon. She goes, oh, I still have to fight this terrible feral scratcher. She's an awful thing. All right, so we're going to have the feral scratcher. Now, this turn, it does not get the dimwit power, so it's just an attack of 3. I think we're going to go in assault stance against it. That means we're going to roll these dice here. That means the power die will go to the attack. We're going to try and kill it. Let's see if we can... Well, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was good, man. That was a really good roll. And a 6 there with a 5 on the die. We're going to kill him. He's got no armor, and we're going to defend. So he does an attack of 3, our highest defense die, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's under our agility of 8. So we succeed there, which means we kill the feral scratcher without any problem at all. Boom. Gone. Kaput. So, good job. And we took no damage because we were able to block it all. So very, very good there. Okay, Sue, Alley Cat Sue, is going to attack with her claws against the Plague Knight. We could end this right now. This could be outstanding if we get lucky. We do not need to... we're going in bold stance. Means we're going to reduce 1 armor. And we just have to roll the attack value because Alley Cat Sue is flanking and attacking the Plague Knight. Let's see. Come on now. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a great roll. Wow. So we rolled a 3 there. That's great. That hit. And our power die is a 6. So 6 minus 4 is... 6 minus 2 is 4. He only had 2 left. Alley Cat Sue killed the Plague Knight. Boosh! Carl actually did the most important thing in that fight, which was pull it away so he could attack it before it ever got to attack back. The Plague Knight has been destroyed. Yay. And the amazing thing is no one got any plague. That is pretty powerful. So we killed it. Let me see what happens. I just want to double check what happens when we kill it. If you destroy one of the monsters from the mission deck, remove its counter from the board. Okay, well, we destroyed him. Boosh. He is gone. Kaput. He is gone from the board. I'm going to put him with the other tokens I've removed from this scenario. And now we're going to do some experience points. This is cool. The good doctor. So the good doctor is going to get 2 experience points and 1 gold. That means doctor's gold is up to 7, and experience points is now up to 7 as well. That is great. We can actually start doing some things. Now, I already got my bleeding skill, but I've never used it. We probably want to look at some other skills. And then we're going to roll a die, and if we roll a 2, then we're going to get a 2 or less. We're going to get a item, a 4. We do not. So these ones get discarded. Bummer. All right, and then we got the bigger one, Sue, Alley Cat Sue, got that one. So experience value of 3, that puts her up to a 12. We're going to have to get some experience here. And 1 more gold up to a 7. I have to roll 3 or less to get an item. And I rolled a 5. So I did not get an item from killing the Plague Knight, but that's okay. We took the Plague Knight out from the game. That is pretty cool. And we don't have that much more to go. That was a pretty good round, even though a long time. So I think we're going to end it there. That was basically 2 rounds. We did two full rounds there. It's going to be quite a hefty video. And we destroyed, so really good round for us. So now there's plague in this area. I think I can try and get rid of it if I'm not mistaken. The good news is there is that we've explored that space, so we can move down to the fishmonger camp very quickly, take care of that, and maybe take the river and try and intercept the Famine Knight. That would be pretty good on the on the way to Witch Hill. Try and kill him and kill the Famine Knight, and then by that time we'll have gotten all of the things we need. There's 1 here and 1 here. We only need 1 more to hit that first part of the mission. Then we're going to have to get back to Brutalberg, so I understand it. According to this mission, just saying, yeah, we have to go back to a town. So we're going to have to go back to probably Brutalberg, I don't know, or the Holy Order. We're probably not going to go there, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's the only places we can go. That makes sense. Or we can go back to the Fishmonger's camp. I mean, we could do that while we're there. We might be able to do that right while we're there. No, it's in the green area. We got to be in the lowlands here in the blue area. So that's what we've done. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the trials and tribulations of our Surgeon Oz, Sue, and Carl as they try and defeat this plague on behalf of the plague bearers and gain their freedom. So that's yeah, it's gonna be tough. We're getting some big numbers on the board, some danger levels of 6s. That's really, really tough, man. That's a real bummer. But we are doing okay. I am not complaining in the least at this point about that. So anyway, guys, we'll continue on and see what happens in the next episode. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing, and I really do hope you're enjoying this adventure. I think it's a lot of fun. We're doing some cool things, man. We killed the Plague Knight. That was awesome. It was a pretty tough fight, actually. I was well, it wasn't that tough, actually. We strategically worked it out pretty well. We'll see how it goes in the future episodes, because we still have the Famine Knight, and I think the Famine Knight is about the same toughness. So if we get lucky, we could do something there. We did take a little damage in that fight. That's okay. Hold on. Alley Cat Sue, but it wasn't from the Plague Knight, so the vector thing doesn't apply. Okay, just want to remind myself of that. The damage was not from the Plague Knight, because she did take a little damage, as did the Doctor, but not from the enemy that we were worried about. Actually, it was just the Doctor that took damage this round. So guys, anyway, thanks for subscribing and all that good stuff. I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. Have a great evening, and I will see you soon.